Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. Before we get started, I wanted to let you know I have a special giveaway for today's program. It is this really nice three-piece salad bowl set, and you can be entered into the random drawing that will take place at the end of this program simply by leaving a comment or asking a question of our presenter. Once I announce the winner, you can pick your prize up at the second floor information desk. Now, I would like to welcome Katie Alexander, the County Extension Agent for Family and Consumer Sciences in Davis County. She will be telling us today about making sensational salads. Katie transferred to Davis County from Webster County in this past March. She has been an agent for 15 years and has her bachelor's in dietetics and her master's in public health, both from Western Kentucky University. Thank you for joining us today, Katie.
Thanks for having me. All right. Are we ready to get started?
Okay, we are ready.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to share my screen. Okay. All right. Well, like she said, I'm Katie Alexander with the Davis County Extension Office, and we are going to talk about salads. New Year's resolutions. I'm sure a lot of you all, some of y'all may have made New Year's resolutions to maybe get healthier, to exercise, or maybe just to include some more vegetables in your diet. Did any of y'all make this New Year's resolution? I know I personally did, just to get a little bit healthier, not necessarily to eat salads all the time, but typically when people, start to eat better, want to lower their calories, they'll start including salads. And salads can get a little boring, but we're going to talk about how to build them up, add some more nutrients to it and protein so they'll last longer and be a little more fun and more variety to include in your diet. So first, let me go back. Okay. Salads, of course, are a great way to incorporate vegetables, other healthy foods, into your meals. And with improved technology and transportation, we have more access to fruits and vegetables and produce and stuff that may not be in season here, but in season other places that can get transported in. So we have it available pretty much all year long. So salads have started to take center stage, in addition of adding protein to them to make them a meal. So we're going to go over several types and kind of the storage, the preparation, protein options and things like that, and some recipes. And I'll show a couple of those today. So, of course, the common one you all are probably familiar with is the garden salad. It's the most popular salad. It starts with your greens, lettuce, usually iceberg lettuce, a variety of other vegetables, sometimes fruits and nuts, and grains can be tossed in there. But it's your basic, especially even like a side salad. A lot of restaurants, you start with a side salad, which is basically lettuce, maybe tomatoes, croutons, maybe some cheese. But garden salad is your most popular one. So we're going to kind of build on that. Nutritional value of greens. Of course, there's a lot of nutritional value. It's packed with vitamins and minerals and other nutrients like vitamins A, C, and K, especially fiber. And of course, like we said, it's reduced in calories. Lettuce, typically has 30 calories per serving. It's rich in antioxidants, especially those dark green leafy, especially like spinach, and those help reduce cancer risk. Now, there are some interactions with some vitamins and medicines. Example is vitamin K and blood thinners. So if you're taking anything that might have an interaction with some vitamins, you might want to check that before you all of a sudden just start, eating a ton of spinach all of a sudden when you didn't before. So that's something to think about. And of course, we'll go over several different types of lettuces. So I'll show those in just a minute. Okay, so we'll start with selecting your greens or your lettuce. Moisture is key. Leaves should be bright and tender. You don't want to have, limp, torn, kind of brown, just bad looking leaves on the head of lettuce or the prepackaged lettuce or greens that you buy. You want to check that out. The prepackaged is very popular, especially for convenience. But one thing to look on that is if the bag is full of like air, it's full of some gases that have been released, and it's not bad. It's not bad at all. It's just not as fresh. So you could still buy those. Those are typically sometimes marked down, but you can buy them, but you want to use them like within that day or the next day for sure. The ones that look more vacuum sealed are going to be a little bit fresher. So do any of y'all buy the prepackaged mixes? I know I do. I mean, it's convenient. But a lot of times I'll try to buy like the head of lettuce. I just got to take the time to like chop it up. And also when selecting your heads of lettuce, you typically want to find one that's a little bit heavy, because it's just going to have more, lettuce more to it than the real light ones. Okay, so preparing your lettuce or your greens, of course you want to handle them with care. They are kind of delicate. For your heads of cabbage or your heads of like iceberg lettuce, you're going to remove the outer leaves, and then of course you're going to wash them. No soap or any other product is necessary, just water. And you just kind of want to start breaking them apart, pulling them apart, and be sure you rinse it all off, even down, into the middle where there still could be some dirt or something there. You want to be sure and wash all that off. And then of course pat your leaves dry. Delicate, because like I said, we don't want to like really overwork them, or then they'll just be kind of limp, go bad, not be as pretty on the plate, and it won't taste as well. So, and the dressing won't adhere to the leaves if they're really been patted down and worked with a lot, and if they're really wet, the dressings won't adhere to it. So, and like we mentioned before, the ready-to-eat mixes can be more expensive, but they are convenient. And sometimes you avoid waste when you buy them. So instead of buying, a whole head of lettuce and throwing half of it away because it's gone bad before you used it, if you buy the, already ready-to-eat salad mixes, you typically use that up before it goes bad. So you just kind of have to weigh your options. So I will ask, and y'all can comment in the chat box, do you use soap or anything on your produce when you wash it? And I hope the answer is no. So next is storing. It does have a short shelf life, usually 3 to 5 days. Once you've rinsed it, dried it, you want to use it immediately or store it in a container in your crisper drawer, because it's the coldest part where it's going to be protected. And that's where you want to keep your lettuce. And of course, you want to store your greens away from fruits such as apples. So if you typically put your apples in the fridge, you don't want to put them in the same drawer together. You want to keep them separated because they can cause the greens to spoil more quickly. Now we're going to talk about salad dressings. And so if you all want to put in the chat box some of your favorite dressings or dressing you use most often. I know for me, I personally like ranch dressing. The second would be, I would use Thousand Island, and I do like some vinaigrettes, so which we're going to get into those. If y'all want to leave that in the chat box, that would be great. And also if you make any dressing homemade, some people make their own dressing. So the first type of salad dressing is a mayonnaise-based dressing, which is mayonnaise and other ingredients. Mayonnaise is your creamier, usually higher in calories, type of dressing, and they're more appropriate for sturdier greens like your iceberg and your romaine lettuce. And so it's important to check the nutrients, nutrition facts on the labels and the serving size for your calories, fat, whatever you're watching. You don't want to dump half the bottle of ranch on your salad because you can quickly turn a low-calorie salad into a high-calorie, high-fat meal without meaning to. I know for me, I'll tease my husband all the time because I'll ask him, do you want some salad with your ranch? Because he covers his salad in ranch dressing. And I will put some ranch on the side, especially for eating out, and dip my fork in it, and then move my fork over to my salad. And then every bite has some ranch in it. And you'll be surprised at how much you don't use. Like if you usually dump the whole container, like you're eating out, onto your salad, and then you try doing that, you'll be amazed that you might not use that whole container or both containers, depending on how big the salad is. And I know some people will, put their fork in their salad first and then put it in the dressing, which is fine, but you typically pick up more dressing with that lettuce, and sometimes your lettuce falls off in that dressing. So just something to try if you don't already do it, or if you're just wanting to try to cut some calories back, but you really love the dressing.
Hey, Katie, I wanted to
Yeah.
interrupt for a second. We got quite a bit of participation going on our Facebook page. Several people said they do not rinse with soap.
Good.
And as far as favorite dressings, we got a few. There's honey mustard, apple cider vinegar, parsley, olive oil, salt, pepper, garlic, onion. I like it better with butter lettuce, is that recipe. And then
Yeah.
somebody else said blue cheese.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I like blue cheese crumbles, but I'm not a big fan of the blue cheese dressing. So yeah. But yeah, a lot of people like blue cheese. Sometimes people don't like Thousand Island or blue cheese because sometimes they're a little chunky. So, but yeah, there's all kinds of dressings out there to choose from. Those are, let's see, we just talked about the mayonnaise based. So now we're going to talk about the vinaigrettes, which have become really popular. And a lot of them will be, they'll have some fruit in them too, like blackberry vinaigrette, strawberry, things like that, because they're added to salads with those fruits. And they're basically oil and vinegar. That's your vinaigrette. That's the type that's made a lot at home. If you do refrigerate your vinaigrette, you want to remove it usually about 30 minutes before, if it's gotten pretty cold, just so that oil can liquefy, and then shake it up and use it. And of course, greens tend to wilt and become less crunchy the longer it sits on there. So you want to put your dressing on with either salad, right before you're going to eat it. And someone mentioned, the butter lettuce, Bibb lettuce, oil-based dressings are commonly found on spinach and Bibb lettuce salads. Those are the more delicate greens. So those are the ones we typically use the vinaigrette with. And so we'll start talking about building your salad. Of course, you want to add color, have variety, contrast with your different shapes, sizes, cuts of vegetables, your different colors of vegetables, your tomatoes, carrots, peppers, which could be red, green, or yellow, or orange. A lot of times I don't like raw tomatoes or tomatoes on my salad, so a lot of times I'll try to put in red peppers just so I have that red color as a replacement for the tomatoes. And of course, you can add natural sweetness and color with fruits like apples, grapes, mandarin oranges, berries like strawberries, blackberries, blueberries are really popular. And then, of course, your texture and crunch from your nuts, pumpkin seeds, even sunflower seeds, and some people, the crispy noodles, tortilla strips, things like that, just for some crunch on their salad. So if they want to comment, put in the chat box some of their favorite fruits that they like to add to salad, or if they've never added fruit to a salad, maybe something they might try. Let's see, the next one. Of course, your protein. Like we mentioned before, a lot of people, they start eating salads and then they're not very full because they're basically just eating lettuce and maybe tomatoes and peppers. So you can add some protein to your salad and just make it a meal, and it'll stick with you longer. Some popular ones are chicken, beef, tuna, and salmon. I know I personally like buffalo chicken. I've been able to, do grilled chicken with some buffalo sauce, toss that on a salad. It's really good. And then, of course, there's plant-based protein as well. You don't have to add meat. Those, of course, are like hard-boiled eggs, the beans, any type of beans, tofu. If you like tofu, that's an option to throw on a salad. And like we said, the garbanzo beans or chickpeas, which one of the recipes I'm going to show just has the canned garbanzo beans, but I've actually roasted them before, and they're pretty good. That way you have the bean, but you also have some crunch with it. So that's an option as well.
We got some comments coming in from the question that you asked. Somebody said they like strawberries, mandarin oranges, and dried cranberries on their salad.
Yes.
And then another person commented that they've never tried fruit on a salad, but would be willing to try orange or something citrus.
Good. Mandarin oranges are really good and inexpensive. You can buy just the canned ones, drain them, toss them on there. They're really good. And like the cranberries, like dried cranberries, those are really good on a salad. If you want a little bit of tartness instead of just sweet. So yeah, good, good. Um, well, I was going to ask, has anyone had put chickpeas or garbanzo beans or even roasted them and put them on a salad? Because that's something you could try. Um, let's see. Now we're going to talk.
Interrupting you again. You got a lot of people wanting to comment here. Someone said thank you for saying that about the beans because I need an alternative to nuts and seeds due to an allergy.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's beans are really, really good to add to it, especially like, having the allergies and stuff, or if you're just wanting to cut down on the meat. Beans are a really good protein source. Um, avocados. How many of you all put avocados on a salad or even like avocados? I guess I should ask that first. They have become very, very popular. A single serving contains 80 calories, but it's rich in monosaturated fats, which is a good fat, and 20 different vitamins and minerals. When selecting them, of course, you want to pick ones like if you're buying at the grocery that are firm, but give a little bit when you push on them. If you buy some that are just too hard, they're not real ripe, you can put them in a paper bag for 2 to 3 days at room temperature. So leave them like in your house, not out in the garage where it's cold, and let them ripen up. And then once they're ripened, you can store them in the fridge for 2 to 3 days. But they're really good. I used to only like avocados and guacamole, and I still don't like them just plain. But if I toss them in a salad, I don't even notice it, and I'm getting the extra benefits with the extra, good fats in there, especially like the buffalo chicken salad or like a Mexican or taco salad to put in on. Okay. No comments on avocados?
No comments on the avocados yet. Somebody did say they love chickpeas in a Greek salad.
Yes. Yeah, that's good. That's what I'm going to show here in just a minute. Well, now we'll talk about nuts and seeds. Of course, they're a great way to add protein, healthy fats, and fiber. And of course, they can add crunch and texture. A lot of common ones, almonds. Like I know I like slivered almonds, walnuts, pecans, sunflower seeds, pine nuts. And with nuts, they can be a little expensive. But if you can find a good deal on them or you just want to keep them longer, you can store them in an airtight bag in the freezer for up to a year. So if you did find a really good deal on, say, pecans or something, then, take out what you're going to use and you can freeze them if you know you're not going to use them fairly soon. But those are a great way to add protein and texture for your salad. So I guess I'll ask, does anybody like nuts on their salad if you don't have an allergy? If you like nuts on the salad, like I prefer almonds, but I'm just curious if anyone else likes, like walnuts or pecans or anything on yours. Okay, and in addition to that, you can add whole grains to your salad. And a lot of popular ones are quinoa, couscous, brown rice, and barley. Those add additional fibers, additional vitamins and minerals, and increase your feeling of fullness by adding those to a salad. And let's see. Okay, so now we're going to get into the recipes. I'm going to show you a couple. Here are some resources for some recipes as well. Our Plated Up Kentucky Proud website. It's promoting, of course, local produce. It's got all the recipes broken down by either you can search for them by the season, like in the spring, you can search by spring, or if you want to look for a recipe that's got strawberries in it, you can, search strawberries and find all the recipes that it includes. So you can go to that one, and then the planeatmove.com is our nutrition education program's website, and there's a lot of recipes on there. And again, you can search it by, even if you just want to search salads, you can do that. You can find all kinds of recipes on there. On the right, or my right, the barbecue chicken salad is not on one of these sites. It's actually a recipe that goes with one of the curriculums that we have. But I did send that recipe to Lisa, or you can call here either way, to get it. It is going to be one that I show you here in just a minute. And then the Mediterranean salad came off of the planeatmove.com recipe or website, sorry. And then the next ones, the next four, the super crunchy salad down to the apple spinach salad, are all off of the Plated Up Kentucky Proud website. Those are all there. We can also, give them to you here. If you want to call or stop by, you can do that as well. And then we have a nutrition calendar that's got a recipe for every month. There's about 3 different salad recipes in this year's. I'll show it to you in just a minute. And then we have these actually available outside our office for free. You can just come by and pick them up. They've got a lot of nutritious, inexpensive recipes in there. So I will, let's see, I'm going to show you the couple of recipes, and then I'm going to change my screen to something else. This is one I'm going to show you, the Mediterranean salad, Greek salad. They're common. They use the romaine lettuce, red onion, the chickpeas, and green pepper, grape tomatoes, the feta cheese, cucumber, black olives. And of course, with any of these, just like other recipes, salads are very customizable. You could change this to however you want. If you don't like olives, you don't have to put olives on there. Like I personally like artichoke hearts. I would throw on some artichoke hearts onto this salad. And I would take off the tomatoes and probably throw in red pepper. You can just interchange it how you want. And of course, those chickpeas are drained and rinsed. I couldn't find the no salt added, but I made sure I just rinsed them really, really well. So any, added salt that was in there would hopefully be rinsed off, or at least to a minimum. And then of course it has a recipe for your vinaigrette for your dressing for the salad. And it's got the breakdown. There's 6 servings if you made this whole recipe. Approximate cost is about $8 for the whole thing, but broken down it's $1.36 a serving. So pretty inexpensive. And the next one I'm going to show is the barbecue chicken salad. Now, like I said, this one I sent the recipe to Lisa, and here it's not on a website, but it's a good one. We're going to toss everything in together, toss it together, and I'll show that one. But it's a different take. It's got shredded chicken, apples, of course, red onion, cheddar cheese, and then the dressing is ranch and barbecue sauce mixed together. So if you've never tried anything like this, this would be one to definitely try. Okay, I'm going to quit sharing this and see if I can get something else up here. Okay, I want to show you. I'll show you the website and a handout. If I can find that. This is a handout. I gave it to Lisa as well. It's on all different types of greens, lettuce. It goes over, the kind it is, the texture, the shape, the flavors it has, anywhere from the butterhead or bib lettuce to red leaf, green leaf, arugula, which is a popular one that they'll put in like spring mixes, and kale, spinach, and chard, and just a bunch of different ones. So if you want information on that, we do have that available. And then this website, this is the Plan Eat Move website, where you can go in, click on recipes, and then search. Like I've already clicked on it in here, and then down here you can search, browse by category, ingredient, and they also have some videos on there as well that you can watch if you like to watch videos of recipes. So let me stop sharing again. Okay. And I mentioned the calendar. This is our 2021 nutrition calendar. And like I said, it's got 3 salad recipes. The first one, I can't really see that because there's a glare, but it's called a burger bowl. So it's got like hamburger meat on there. There's also, I don't know if y'all heard of the like a Big Mac salad. And then there's a chicken Caesar salad and a garden patch salad. So, and then lots of other recipes. So these are free, like I said, and they're outside our door over here at the community college. We're on the back side where you can pick those up. They're outside in a tote. And then I'm going to try to show you all. You can see it. This is the Mediterranean salad. I've got everything in there, the romaine lettuce, the chickpeas, black olives, tomatoes, cucumbers, feta cheese. So it's a really pretty salad. Of course, you can, more color, the better. I've already mixed up the dressing. You just put everything in the jar and shake it up. And then you just drizzle it over. And that little bit of dressing is for the whole thing. So it's real easy. I'm just going to drizzle that over, toss it up a little bit. And then you have a whole, and you could add grilled chicken to it if you wanted to. You have the chickpeas on there for protein, but like if you don't like chickpeas and you want to make it a little more filling, you could add grilled chicken or something to it. That way you'd have your protein. And then you just mix it all around and serve it up. So that's the Mediterranean salad. And then we mentioned salad mixes. I'll go ahead since I just looked at it. You can buy them, of course, usually they're in bags. Sometimes they're in plastic containers like this. This one here is a spring mix, and it's got the spinach and arugula and red leaf and all kinds of different lettuces in there. So that's a convenience if you wanted a good mix just to pick one up to use for your salads. Okay, so the next one, this is the barbecue chicken salad. And I've started with, of course, a bowl with a good secure lid. So when I shake it, hopefully it won't go everywhere. But we've got our romaine lettuce. We did add a little bit of iceberg lettuce in there too, but you get a nice variety of light and dark lettuce, light dark green. And this one, you're just going to layer everything in. The first thing, of course, is some shredded chicken. And so you just gotta layer that in there. And then we're gonna add all that in there. We're gonna add our apples. And just a sweet apple, whatever you prefer. I picked up Fuji apples just because they were a little less expensive. They are on the sweet side. Now, I did already chop them up, so they're starting to turn brown just a little bit. No big deal. They're still good. So you just put those on there. And if you can put stuff in bite size and you don't have to cut your salad as you eat it, that's always helpful too. Then red onion. And this one's pretty stout. If you were here, you could smell this down the hall. It's a pretty strong onion. But again, I think it said, one of them said to slice the onion. We diced it for both of them just so it'd be bite size. But onion, I'm not going to put as much. This is about half an onion, but it's very, very strong. And then about a cup of sharp cheddar cheese. If you don't like sharp cheddar, you could use a milder one if you wanted to. But sharp cheddar. And then we're going to put our dressing on, which, like I said, the dressing is the ranch and the barbecue sauce just mixed together. So it's a creamy dressing. So I'll just kind of get it mixed up. You're just going to drizzle it on. And then we're going to put the lid back on. Now you could, if you don't have a bowl with the lid, you could just mix it up really well with a spoon or with tongs. You don't have to have a bowl with a lid. We'll get that in there. So I'm going to put it on there and try to shake it. And I may end up having to, mix it up a little bit too. But since it's so much salad, try to toss it around. Looks like a lot of it got stuck to the top. But it's an easy way to toss it up, toss it around. Get a little bit of exercise while you do it too. All right. Some of that did stick to the top, so I'll get that off and mix it up a little bit. There we go. Okay. So it's a good one to try, especially just if you're just wanting something different, especially that barbecue and ranch mixed together and the apples, and I just tossed some. It's a really pretty salad, lots of protein. You got fruit, vegetables, protein, you know, everything you would need for a good healthy lunch or dinner. So that is the barbecue chicken salad. Let's see. I think that's everything I had to show. Are there any questions or comments?
Nothing recent. Let's see. Somebody was talking about how they love sunflower seeds on their salad and they like to toast the nuts to bring out the flavor.
Yes, that's good. That's really good. Like
And
I
then
would probably
somebody,
even do I
go ahead.
I was just saying I would probably go, I would toss in sunflower seeds. I actually have some because they're generally inexpensive to get too. I would probably throw some sunflower seeds on that too, just for some more crunch.
And then we also had someone comment that the barbecue chicken salad recipe is on the Davis County Nutrition Education Facebook program.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, Kelly said it's a really, really popular recipe. So yeah, I probably should have clarified with her before I said that.
Okay, well, I think that is it. Do you have anything else to add before I announce our winner?
No, I don't think so. I think that's everything.
Okay, thank you, Katie. I appreciate it so much. That was a lot of good information. I can't wait to try some of those salads. They look amazing.
Yeah, yeah, I'd like to hear back if anybody does try them, if they want to comment, you know, on the Facebook or
Sure.
video or something. That would be great.
Yeah, well, for our prize winner, that would be Miss Mary Mills. You can come to the second floor information desk to get your salad bowl, and I actually have all the handouts that Katie has went over. I printed those out for you, so they'll be included with your salad bowl. Again, thank you, Katie, for joining us, and I appreciate all the information, and I hope everyone has a good day.